Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Um, Today the topic of discussion is silence is the best revenge. Uh, I have just put the topic as silence is revenge, but I have decided to discuss it. Silence is the best revenge. So after putting the topic, I have decided I have to discuss the viewpoint of mind about silence. How did it affects the personality? How does it play an important role um, in other people's lives? So basically, silence is a word which expresses the silent expression of the words which are unspoken, which are to be only conveyed through the medium of your sometimes smile, sometimes with eyes, sometimes uh, with your blank words. Sometimes you didn't speak just to ignore, uh, so that everyone can understand about your expression. Well, silence, in my point of view, is a word which has a broad exposure. For example, silence means the feeling in which you have to understand the feeling in which the reaction of the other person speaks. For example, it is the best way to communicate, and it's the best medium to know the personality of the person. And now, how does a person can convey through the medium of silence his feelings? First, he should not indulge in everything. He should try to be, compensate every time. He should try to compensate the things every time. He should try to participate in everything, but he has his or her own point of view in defining his role, or his, if is supposed to participate in some kind of debate, he will definitely keep away from other people's point of view. He will speak when he wants to, because he doesn't believe to speak every time. So it is a very important, it's a very important thing in which people can understand. Now, how does silence convey? First, it is a language in which your words are not your weapons. Your reactions and your actions are your weapon. Your actions convey your words sometimes. For example, if a sweet smile on every ignoring comment or taunting comment you put on, just to make the other person believe that you are not minding or you are not taking seriously. So this smile has a defining role. This smile will explain the dominant role of your personality. It's an expression in which all the reactions of your personality are spoken. It's an, it is the way of communication in which your actions are louder than your words. Please try to understand it is a way in which the actions of your personality are louder than your words. Your face expressions, your gestures are the ways to communicate your personality within the medium of your silence. So, another problem is The silence is the best revenge. Now, how could I say that silence is the best revenge? First, we have to understand what is silence. I hope you guys can understand now what is silence, anyways. Now, you have to understand how it is the best revenge. If you're silent and you're considering yourself to speak whenever you want to speak only, if you try to participate in all kind of discussions, but you only speak when you think that it is your turn to speak. It is the way in which your silence plays an important role, and it's also the weapon which makes you energetic at that time too. ये खामोशी एक इबादत है. Silence is an instrument within the instrument which has a worth. Those who are silent can discover the feeling of the people who are not supposed to convey their feelings. But we should understand that what's to hear the unheard feeling first. I have discussed many quotations earlier that I feel the symmetry of a leaf when I pass my hands lovingly. So it means that I can feel the symmetry of a leaf. When I touch leaf, I can feel the strength of leaf. I can feel the energetic uh, exposure of leaf. My I have my own feelings in which I can react or act towards the structure of a leaf. But I'm not responsible or answerable to everyone that my exposure is that, and so you have to respect my exposure. First, I do try to my best to give other people to use their point of view. If I really want to be placed within the medium in which I can convey my emotion, that I am a silent speaker, and but my silence is not a weakness. My silence is my strength. If you want to express, if you want to make other people that believe that it's your strength, you should listen before speak. You should listen everyone. You should watch everything. Don't be jealous. Don't be emotional. Don't be restrained. Look everything. Take everything. Feel everything before gesturing or communicating your own expression. Before communicating your own words. So, how silence is, you can say, a worship. It's a wonderful feeling in which you only speak to yourself and explain your mind that I am the person. I have to be patient. I have to make my mind believe that I am the person who is supposed to be patient, and I have to speak whenever I want to. I'm not responsible everyone. I'm a different person. I'm different in my own way. I have my own expression. I have my own explanations. I have my own words, syllabifications. I have my own language in which I convey. But I have to understand, and I have to give everyone the permission to speak before I want to. खामोशी की इबादत. जब आप खामोश रहेंगे तो आप सीखेंगे कि एक अजीम इबादत. आप खामोश होंगे, आपके you're not supposed to utter a abusing word. You're not supposed to utter a word which can hurt anyone. In that way, you can be proud of yourself. You can communicate quickly, and you can not participate in any activities related to the sin. गुनाह से दूर रहेंगे. Speak less, speak good. Speak loud, speak most, speak wrong. The more you speak, the more you lose your skills, your personality. The more you listen, the more you express, the more you silent, the more you be genius. Because it's the trait of genius who are silent people know the reality and essential elements of silence, which convey the unheard feelings of the and sufferings of the poor people who we believe that are not supposed to be in any case underfooting. The more you understand, the more you speak. No, the more you understand, the more you explore. If you want to convey through the medium of your education, first you have to understand the trait of education, that the education which your literacy promotes. जब आप खामोश रहेंगे तो आप में सुनने की सकत होगी. You can be a part of that society in which you can make your own opinion without any help. खामोश रहकर आप एक तो ना कुछ बोलेंगे, ना किसी की वजह से आपकी वजह से किसी का दिल दुखेगा. When you speak less, you cannot hurt anyone. There can be no hatred regarding your approach, regarding your word, regarding your communicating skills. If you are a good listener, and if you believe that you are the part of the society in which your words matter, give a smile to everyone, because it can also hurt your opponents. They will not believe. They will not believe why is he smiling. We are hurting him so much. We are making fun of him, and he still is smiling. Don't blame yourself. Don't curse yourself that you are nothing. अपने आप को गालियाँ ना दें, अपने आप को कोसे नहीं कि मेरी किस्मत ख़राब है. Just wait for the right moment to come. अच्छा वक्त ज़रूर आता. And to search for the right time, you have to wait. You have to bear that energy which your negative mind promotes in yourself. Sometimes your mind is not in the position to accept the burden. You have to realize that it's a patience that matters. Silence also teaches us the way to be patient. If you are silent and if you are a good listener, then you will definitely be comfortable because you have accepted that reality that you're the part of their society in which your worth matters when everyone wants you to speak. Then your silence makes a sign, makes an expression, makes a point. In that way you can also take your revenge with your comforting zone your comforting zone with your silent expressions. In that expression you can also learn to express the feelings through the medium of your gestures, your expressions within yourselves and to those who put always negative energies in your minds. Time matters. वक्त एक जैसा नहीं था. Time will not be the same everyone. Every day is not a every day is a new day. You can turn your day into a good day and you can make your day into a bad day as well with your negative activities, with your negative energies. Silence is not all about you have to be silent every time, you have to be patient every time. You have to speak, you have to convey, you have to communicate whenever. But I I say that whenever you suppose you really want to speak, not every time. Understand every point of view before giving your own argument, before giving your opinion, making any opinion. Listen to all opinions. Watch all the possibilities and then make your mind to speak and speak good. Silent doesn't mean that every time you have to be silent and convey to the medium of patience that I'm silent. It doesn't, I have to be patient every time, but it doesn't mean that way. Silence also teaches you to be tolerant. But when you are patient, when, when you have any patience, you have to be tolerant because your silent words communicate. In that scenario, I said that silence is a uh, just kind of a worship. It's an act. Silence is in a constitution within the constitution. It is all the framework laws under the word as silence. That don't utter your words, don't speak every time. Don't consider yourself to speak every time. Just speak whenever you really want to. So, दो चीजें समझ गए. इट इज नॉट अ सिन. ये गुनाह नहीं है. ये आपको गुनाह से रोकती है. वेपनाइजेशन से रोकती है. खामोश होते हैं, ना गुनाह होता है, ना खर्च होता है, ना बैड हैबिट्स की तरफ जाती है. तो एक वेपन है. वो एक कोटेशन है. समटाइम्स द बेस्ट रिवेंज इज टू मूव ऑन एंड डू नथिंग. यानी कभी कभी चुप रहना यानी sometimes the best revenge is to move on and do nothing. कभी कभी बेहतरीन रास्ता ये है कि आप चुप हो जाओ एंड डू नथिंग, कुछ ना करो। यानी कभी कभी आप खामोश रहो, आगे बढ़ जाओ और कुछ ना करो। देयर आर three scenarios in one quotation. Sometimes, no, try to understand. Sometimes the best revenge is to move on. यानी कभी कभी आप आगे बढ़ जाओ एंड डू नथिंग, और कुछ ना करो। बट द पॉइंट इज, इसमें क्या क्या रहा है, क्यों ना करो? मूव ऑन एंड डू नथिंग। इससे तब आगे बढ़ोगे जब आप पुराना भुला दोगे, नेगेटिव एनर्जीज अपने आप में से निकाल दोगे। और वो कब? जब आप पेशेंस सीखोगे, टॉलरेंस सीखोगे। और पेशेंस और टॉलरेंस, how will you learn the patience and tolerance in your life? Through the medium silence, खामोश रहकर सीखोगे। When you start understanding the word silent, खामोश, खामोशी इबादत, ये इबादत तो कर सकते हैं हम। When you have developed the ability of hatred, when you have developed the ability of hatred, it means you are educated. एक ऐसी कोटेशन है जो मैंने यहाँ ज़रूर इसलिए जिक्र की। आई हैव जस्ट share one quotation with you here because I just want you to understand that when you believe you are now you have really developed the skill in yourself, you have really understand the meaning of education, you believe that you are really now educated person, then you will feel the difference between the hatred and the positivity, negativity and the positivity. And how will you learn? If you pay attention to yourself. Now the question arises, how will you pay attention to yourselves? With your silence. When you start thinking about you, when you start thinking about your personality, your traits, your energies, your exposure, your passion, the way to be patient, when you, so it means you really have accepted that fate that you are starting to learn. आप कुछ सीखना शुरू हो गए हो। In that way, you can learn through the medium of your own silence. It is not only all about you and your personality. It also it sometimes speaks with your mind that that story, this is that story, इसकी ये वजह हो सकती है, इसकी ये वजह हो सकती है, इसकी ये वजह भी हो सकती है। And the last idea which your mind puts your patience, then explain that it is what I want you to be now. ये मैं आपको चाहती थी कि आप बनो, बर्दाश्त। And you know the best fruit of it is the best fruit which your patience give when you accepted this reality through the medium of tolerance when you're tolerant towards everyone, when you're positive, when you're giving the positive energies to everyone, you are not supposed to inspire everyone. You are just want to explore things, and you are just want to express your own feelings, express your own ideas through the medium in which everyone could understand, but you are not supposed to impose any restrictions or any kind of uh, explanations. But you are clearer. Your ideas are clearer. Your explanations speak when you really start talking to yourself through the medium of silence. When you have time to talk to your heart, you will just, in your consciousness, talk to your heart, talk to your mind, and explain them that now I have learned the difference between the people who speak less and expect it, and the people who speak a lot expected more. हमेशा ऐसा नहीं होता. But don't think every day is a Sunday. For example, if a person come to the class very early without doing his homework or without revising his course of university, so any subject, so it doesn't mean that a person who comes late has a knowledge, and definitely has a knowledge, but since he comes late, it doesn't mean any kind of patient or something. So it is personality which plays an important role. There's no way your hatred towards another person in an expression within an expression. Try to understand. So that's the way in which your reality speaks. Your educating skills convey your traits. Your learning abilities makes you understand that you are a learned person now. Your mind define your role in life. This is the best revenge to talk with the people who are against you. That I am not always against you. I have no time in that kind of for things, because I have no such not such time for negative energy. I just want to be a learned person, and I want to explore. Maybe I am wrong. Try to understand. Try to believe that you can be wrong. Accept with the open heart. In that way, you can make the other person believe whatever you want to. Sometimes you are not supposed to control your emotions, so sometimes your reactions on your face really speak. But it's your patience that explains everything. Don't be reactive. Give affection in the way in which no one could understand that you are affectionate. And if trust me, if you are not reactive every time, everyone can understand. Everyone can start it loving you. So I hope it's good from my side today. And what next is your patience. It matters. It teaches you the way of tolerance, because when you're patient, you can justify your personality that I'm willing to understand, I'm willing to learn. But if you're not patient, you're not silent speaker, you're not every time you you just try to every time to be expressionate and make impression, definitely your personality has no trait. You are wasting your energies in the negative way. So it got from my side today. Um, I have patience, but I have no fame. मेरे पास बर्दाश्त है लेकिन मेरी जिंदगी का कोई I have no fame. Trust me, if you have patience, if you really have patience, you will be a tolerant person. You are not supposed to be an impression of the person who can always makes everyone impressed through the personality, through your traits, through your habits. It's your words when needed will definitely define the role of your life and define the mindset of your personality. In that way, we can put our energies, we can take revenge. We are not here to give answers and ask questions every time, because sometimes the question we want to ask, we ask very early. कभी कभी हम ऐसे सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं जो पूछने का वक्त नहीं होता, क्योंकि वो सवाल हम अक्सर पहले पूछ लेते हैं, या फिर वो सवालों के हमें जवाब मिल जाने होते हैं, हम उनका वेट नहीं करते। यही कह के एंड करूँगा कि ज़िंदगी में जब आगे बढ़ें तो पॉलिसी रखें, जस्ट मूव ऑन, मेक योर पॉलिसी, लाइफ इज टू मूव ऑन, डोंट डू एनीथिंग, डोंट रिस्ट्रेन योर सेल्फ, अपना को रिस्ट्रेन ना करें, डोंट पुट योर सेल्व्स, डोंट पुट बाउंड्रीज, बाउंड्रीज ना लगाएं, जस्ट प्लेस द बॉल, don't hit the ball every time. And trust me, when you start placing the ball between the fielders or in front of the fielders and just take a single every time, it will definitely make a pressure. But when you start hitting and imposing yourself and trying to impress everyone and asking questions which put yourselves to talk to the voices every time, definitely you are in trouble. Every day is a new day. Every day is not Sunday. Put yourself in front of the world that you are here to learn. You are here to score runs. You are not only here to score 100 and get out. Put yourself in front of the world and make them believe that you are here really for a purpose. If your purpose is really real, then the people will definitely start believing you. You are not supposed to explain everyone. So I hope everything is clear now, that how could be the best revenge. You can ask questions and you can send messages, and I can also ask Okay, guys, I have a request that I want to take an interview, and if anybody wants to give an interview, can send me message. I will be obliged, and I will definitely put him or her to the interview process. Thank you, and do join my page. It's Lost L Sadi from my side. I hope you take and really enjoy my topic.